Who's leading this dance, bro?
Dude, I'm leading this dance. I was just waiting for the old-fashioned start broadcast button, which we officially have. So I think what I'm really trying to say is, RSL Nation, welcome to your Atlanta post-match quickie with your boys Adele and the Baker, as we do. I'm just gonna get ahead of this right now. I apologize for the way my voice sounds, but I've been screaming for the last 5 minutes, so everything hurts a little. um,
God, I'm so jealous.
Hey man, and just to elaborate, the reason Adele is jealous is because he chose to miss this game for a little
Oh,
business travel.
oh, oh,
Uh, I'm
shows.
Hey man, I get it. You got to pay the bills, but it,
Yeah.
sometimes sometimes you got to, you got to be there and be counted. um
Sometimes it be like that.
no, it's tonight was a reminder, and I don't need this reminder very often, but every once in a while, it's nice to have a reminder as to why I go to Rio Tinto, usually once or every couple weeks, and do what I do and do what we do, I should say. Uh, I'm sitting there, 93rd minute. It's been raining. I got rain down
Yeah,
my back, but and like my raincoat leaked and like my beer's been watered down from the rain. And, it's like, all
yeah.
right, we dropped 2 points. At best, we're going to get a tie out of this. Everything
At
sucks
best.
right now. And then Savarino scored a goal, scored a goal, scored a goal. Um,
Savarino.
that, I mean, it's, part of me is I can't even say mad. No part of me is mad. There
No.
is zero part of me that's mad. But there's a part of me that was concerned that it required this moment of brilliance to do what
Oh,
we did.
bug off.
And I know, I even saying that feels dumb. Like it's
Yeah.
um but
That's for the Tuesday podcast.
for sure. That's for when emotions have calmed down. You're absolutely right.
Mhm.
I mean, and this might be a very quick quickie by our standards because all I want to talk about is how amazing that goal was.
Yeah.
Um
Well, tell me, because I don't care. Look, was it a really beautiful, awesome goal,
I thought
objectively
so.
speaking?
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But does it matter? No.
No, no,
Not
it
to
just went
me.
in.
Not at this moment. We just beat Atlanta at home at the death. You literally get this maybe once a year.
Yeah.
Maybe once a year. I don't know the last time we had this. I remember a bunch of them that went against us like
Yeah.
this.
It feels like every week.
Yeah. I don't this is just freaking enjoy.
For sure. For sure.
Everybody, anybody, enjoy. Give it like 3 days before we start dissecting why it took that long to get there.
I mean, when you're right, you're right. And I'm not looking to be a negative Nancy. I mean, it's a good problem in RSL Nation when you don't know which one of the two goals your team scored you want to be goal of the week next week.
Oh, well, we
Like
won the first one
we did. Yeah.
last week.
Quick shout out RSL Nation. Way to show up for goal of the week
Oh
voting.
my god,
I
killed
mean,
him,
yeah, we're making Atlanta look like, tame by
dude.
comparison.
I'm just waiting for that Atlanta showdown. They have to score a nice goal to be in the running, obviously,
Right.
so which they haven't yet. But man, I'm just I don't honestly to me soccer, the quality on the field, secondary. You know me,
Sure.
secondary. Be honest. I was watching from about 1,000 miles away tonight. The right didn't look that hot. Did
Yeah,
not. Now the rainbows. Oh my god! Have you seen those pictures?
I have the post
Just,
match the full 3 points. I mean,
yeah,
like beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean
There's
it,
like
it
there's a bunch of pictures of a perfect rainbow that goes across or over the right. Right didn't look that hot. Again, we had that whole discussion last week. Not the post match quickie, the
right.
longer version.
For
And
the
I think
regular
we talked
Tuesday
about it again
episode.
in detail on Tuesday. Yeah, that's a whole different thing. It doesn't
Sure.
matter, man. This was a beautiful ending to a frustrating game.
Right.
By the way,
Hmm.
uh, let me say something else. Again, having watched, I don't watch home games on TV very often,
Right.
right?
Yep.
You know who I missed tonight so much on the television broadcast?
Everton.
DJ and Dunny.
Oh, they weren't on the broadcast.
No. Forget on the field. I'm talking about the broadcast.
Right.
I
Right.
was watching because here's a third little secret, or
Uh,
at least secret beyond my technological capabilities to figure out, is once you're outside the Salt Lake area, you don't get the KSL app to work properly, right? So I
right.
could not get the KSL app to work at all. Luckily, the game was broadcast on Twitter. Yeah,
Oh,
Twitter. Yeah.
interesting.
And Twitter was broadcasting directly from Univision, I think.
All right. That's different.
So feed was good, man. Like quality of feed was good.
Right.
The commentators were just uh, terrible. Let
Oh,
me say that.
were they like
Oh
Atlanta?
my, no, they were some
Oh,
kind
right,
of
because it's a
ex.
Friday game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, they
yeah,
were
yeah.
just. I mean, it was a couple of Univision commentators, and my God, they were horrible. I mean,
Right.
they didn't pronounce. I mean, they pronounced a couple of like Savarino got his name pronounced correctly, right?
Sure, sure.
Bofo got his name pronounced correctly, but that's about it.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna
My
get anyone's
God,
name, if you're gonna get anyone's names right, might as well be the two dudes that put goals away.
yeah, the way they pronounce Rushnak and the way they pronounced Damir,
Mm-hmm.
I, I cringed every time. By the way, this is not a joke. I
Okay.
put them on mute like minute 28. I just
Hey,
couldn't. I,
sometimes you
I
gotta do what
just
you gotta do.
it made no sense to keep them alive after that. I
Hmm.
unmuted them a couple of times in like the 60th, 70th, but something was happening. And I was trying to figure out what was happening.
Right.
But yeah, dude, I muted them for the vast majority of the game. It made no sense.
For sure.
It was cringe worthy.
Well,
The way they were pronouncing names, the way they were talking about things. It just made no sense.
right.
I just miss Dunny and DJ. Dunny, I always miss when I don't listen to him. DJ, as a name I never thought I would say I would miss.
Hey,
Love
man,
you, DJ.
he's gotten better. He's gotten better. Be fair.
Mm.
But I mean,
Look, whether he's gotten better or not is beyond the point. He's a good dude, right?
sure,
It
sure.
seems like he works hard.
Right.
These dudes just literally seemed like they showed up 12 minutes before the game.
Well,
Like, oh yeah, here's some notes about players.
right.
Go,
Right.
right? That's what it seemed like. But having
Well,
said that,
show up to
I'm
games.
appreciative of that game being shown on, I mean, Twitter of all places.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
It's
if you
it's
have a Twitter
better
account, you can watch the game for free. That's pretty
better
awesome.
than watching it, watching the box score update every 30 seconds or whatever.
Oh man, that you know what? And that was just a few years ago. Can we? Anyway,
Yeah.
let's get back to the game for just a second. Yes,
Yeah,
because this is a
seriously.
quickie. How far in are we? I don't even know.
Just 5 minutes, so not too bad.
We're not 5 minutes, are we? Really?
Yeah, yeah. 5 minutes. I mean, you spoke for the last 3 minutes about some Twitter cast that was
Yeah,
bothering you, which I mean, I can't
perfect.
stop that. You were on a rant.
So,
You were on a man on a mission.
all right. So, from a distant perspective, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we looked better than Atlanta.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what it looked like in the stadium. We looked
no, in the
better. We
stadium,
had
we
better
looked better than
chances.
Atlanta. Yep.
Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, what's his name? Martinez.
Which one?
Uh,
The
well, the one that
main
scored
one?
a goal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a nice
No, no,
goal. Got to give him that.
not yeah.
Not pity. Yeah, yeah.
Nice goal. I think Justin
Should have
Glad
been.
tried to get in the way.
Mm,
Maybe he should have gotten there. He didn't. I think
right,
that's the difference between what he's doing right now and versus what he should be doing to make it to like a top team in a top European league. He
right.
didn't get there in time. I'm not sure what else he can do there. I mean, those are literally split second decisions, right? He
Sure,
makes
sure.
that he makes the decision to make their run in a split second before he gets there before him.
Definitely.
And I mean, I just think he doesn't have that skill set right now. And that's okay because I think he had a pretty solid game.
Yeah, definitely. It's
And
watching Glad cover Martinez, um, when when he wasn't on the ball or when he didn't have the ball directly or wasn't getting passes. I mean, that's where he really suffocated his play. Like he was all over him. Um,
mhm,
I mean, the game was 90 minutes long. I'm going to go ahead and say he had him covered for 85 of that extremely well. And in that 5 minute gap where he was making mistakes or he wasn't doing super well is when they scored. And
yeah,
I think that's the level of difference that having a player like Martinez brings. Is as a striker, he only needs to get it right once, whereas Glad needs to
once.
be perfect for 90.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And I thought
Yeah.
he did pretty well. I thought the outside backs did pretty well. And I know that Toya messed up once towards the
Mhm.
end there. It
Yeah.
almost cost us the game. Um,
Yeah. The full
Let me ask you
the
this question.
defense generally was good.
I'm gonna make a big talking point out of this on Tuesday because you know what? We're not hearing much from the club,
Okay.
so we're gonna make up rephrase. I'm gonna make up a talking point here.
Okay.
Sam Johnson not starting again.
Yeah, man. It's like so in Petke's. I don't know about Petke's defense because I don't
No,
think Petke needs defense. Like
no, I
if
think he
Sam
does.
Johnson, no, Sam Johnson doesn't start against Toronto. The team wins 3-0. Who are you
Now
in the striker? No, 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 hold on. Let me
we
let me finish.
had okay. Go ahead, finish, finish,
Who
finish.
in the striker core are you looking and going, hey man, so this 3-0 game and this whole me preaching, if you deliver, you earn your start and it's your start, and no matter what happens, I whoever earns it gets it. How do you have that kind of a mantra and be known for that, and then have this amazing performance where everyone in your attacking core, especially the strikers, were doing phenomenally well, and then have them benched?
They're
Like,
not. They're not doing phenomenally well. We had this whole discussion just a few days ago on our Tuesday night podcast. Remember, I was saying the exact thing that you are referencing right now, which is that we
right,
did
we would have done
well
better
against
with him.
last game because Sam Johnson didn't start. I'm
Right.
saying we did well last game
Sure.
despite Sam Johnson not starting, and we would have
Right.
done better had Sam Johnson started. And I was urging us to not get carried away and think that we did well because Sam didn't start.
No, no,
No,
and I'm not.
same thing. And it's the same thing today. I think Sam Johnson.
Mhm.
Look, I love me some Corey Baird.
Right.
I love it. I
Mhm.
would put him, you know what? We can make him next Lennon, put him on the outside wing somewhere, right? I mean, defensive.
No, like
He
a pullback? No, no thanks.
right beyond the point. What I'm saying is I love me some Corey Baird. Corey Baird at the number 9 position is a lesser, drastically and significantly lesser player than
Right.
Sam Johnson at that
I
one position.
I would agree.
Every other position, the other 10 positions on the field,
Mhm.
he probably has an advantage other than maybe the right wing. All right. So
Okay.
at the very least, 9 out of 11 positions, he's got the advantage of him. Number 9 is one of those positions where he does not. And I don't know what happened over the last 7 days
Right.
since the last game. Well, 6 days, I guess. But yeah, I don't ah I'm gonna be watching the next game very, very carefully.
Yeah, I mean, I get
For
what you're
that
getting at.
position, no other position. I think no other position matters as much in this particular case than that one.
Sure. But
Oh,
like, I mean, it's first of all, we don't know that Sam Johnson didn't show up, 15 minutes late again, right? We don't know what is happening behind those quote unquote closed doors. Um, for what it's worth, I think if your question is Sam Johnson a better striker than Corey Baird, the answer is obviously yes. If is your
that's it.
question is should a guy be starting just because he is better at a position than another guy? The answer is no. I mean, there's all kinds of minutia that goes into it.
Okay, so as of 10:20 p.m. on this Friday night,
right,
10:20 p.m. Mountain Standard Time
right,
on this Friday night
yeah,
after the game
yeah,
against Atlanta, which we won. We're talking off of the best information we have available to us. Yes.
Sure. Yeah.
We don't know that he was late again.
Right. But we know he was late once.
Yes,
And we know Corey
and
Baird wasn't late. Or
all right,
we have
you know
no
what? You
reason
know
to
what,
believe it.
guy? Look, we won again. Yes,
Right.
we won
Yeah.
3 in a row now.
Yep.
Everyone's gonna forgive a whole lot of crap because of that.
Right. I mean, we almost dropped points, let's be honest.
Very close to dropping points. And honestly, if you talked to me before the season started and said, "All right, what are some home games this season
Hmm.
where you're okay dropping points? Because you cannot drop a point, right? You
Sure.
drop points,
Right.
but specifically 2 points. Atlanta would be one of those,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Now, Atlanta didn't turn out to quite be the team we thought they were going to be this year,
Yep.
right?
That's true.
And but still coming in, they're the worst kind of dangerous. This is when the game was in a tie going to the 80th minute. I thought what we did tonight was going to be done to us tonight because they have the kind of quality, individual quality to do that kind of crap that
Sure.
we did to them.
Win at the death.
Yeah,
Yep. Yeah.
because I mean, let's face it, both of the goals are just a matter of individual brilliance. Especially, I mean,
Yeah.
that Savo goal at the end.
Yeah.
Did you watch the replays yet?
That was the definition of individual brilliance. Yes. That,
Individual brilliance. He takes
absolutely.
it. He
You
gets
can't
past
coach
the
that.
guy. He has no business getting past, and he puts it on target with power
Right. On
and puts
frame.
it away.
On frame. It's on frame
Yeah,
with power. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And
So,
yeah,
anyways,
it's, I mean, so I think you can make the argument that the first goal, while it required a lot of individual brilliance as well, was also just an outstanding team goal. Like, that's, but if you look at the entire play, it starts with amazing defense, getting the ball, pushing the ball along our, I think, right hand side, crossing the
yeah,
ball, creating space as a striker, and then putting it on frame with power, as to paraphrase you.
yep.
It was like it was the definition of
No,
a
you're not
team goal, and
paraphrasing. You're literally quoting me on that
sure,
one. It's putting it
yes,
on
yes,
frame with power.
on
That
frame with
goal
power,
by Sabo, or excuse me, by
Bofo,
Bofo was quite literally a carbon copy of last week's goal. It ended up going indifferently, but it was the same move at the same time, at the
right?
same speed.
Yeah,
It took it was the same swing of the same leg of the same ball, even onto the same goal, which is scary.
right.
And the
The
ball,
kid,
I think the only difference was the ball bounced differently once,
sure.
right?
No, I mean the kid knows what he likes.
It
That's
was a
all.
beautiful goal again, and I do think Savo's goal actually should win goal of the week.
Oh,
And
I'm sure it will.
let's make it two in a row. Let me ask you a different question.
Uh
I
huh.
didn't talk to you about this. Is that a $50 giveaway I was doing?
Yeah,
Yeah, no one got it.
yeah. I mean,
Well,
honestly, if somebody had guessed this outcome, I'm adding a zero to that and giving them the 450 out of my own pocket.
so that's good because next game we're gonna double it.
Okay, then.
All right, next week we're doing double,
Right.
$100. You have to win. You have to predict just two things: scoreline
Hmm.
and who scored in what minute.
Can't be 0-0. If it's zero
Right, the
zero,
zero
no one
zero is
wins.
obviously out the window. Yeah,
Right.
0-0 is a non-factor.
Hmm.
Who scores? Well, score line, and then who scores. You have to both teams. That's what I saw everywhere tonight. It's like everyone guessed RSL correctly.
Yeah.
Let's say if it's 2-0. Who scores the two goals in what minute? That's it.
Someone had a very good comment to that. What do you want us to guess? What they had for lunch?
Yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah. Anyway, no, I mean
It's a good question.
it was a fantastic game. Let's
But that's why we're giving it away. You don't. There's no entry requirements, right? There's you don't have to buy, you don't have to pay. There's nothing. You just guess it.
Right. But
I'm paying it
ideally
out of my
before
own
the
pocket
game.
right now. Yeah.
Right. Anyway, I'm sure we'll hammer that on the Facebook page before
Yeah.
next week's game. Um, yeah, I
Hey
mean,
man, let me
right now I'm
let
still in
me close
shock.
out before you close out. The pre-close out.
Okay.
3 games, 9 points.
Yeah, huge.
At least a couple of those games on paper were gonna be difficult games, yes?
Of
And
course.
they were. And they were difficult games. At the end of the day, we're 3 games in a row. Sure, at home, most of those points. And we're going on the road for a bit now. I think 3 games now, aren't we?
Something like that, yeah.
Man, we are in a position in the Western Conference where we can play for ties over the next series of road games. And we're fine.
Yeah, I
Based on the
mean,
math
whenever
we did earlier, we're like 4 points ahead of schedule right now.
right.
We can go on the road and place for some ties. Any ties on the road at this point are bonus. Any wins on the road are super bonus, just icing on a cake. I like where we are right now. I like the way we're playing. We're gonna get into like the details of players. I didn't like what a lot of dudes were doing tonight, but we get into those details on Tuesday. Right now, I'm just super freaking happy that we won at the death, which we never do, and
Right.
I am so disappointed that I wasn't there because I was there for like 2 or 3
Mm.
at the death victories in Rio Tinto.
But for other teams,
There's no feeling like it.
yeah, I mean, I was actually thinking about this. The last time I remember our Rio Tinto losing its collective mind like that, we were still in we were competing in I think the group stages of CONCACAF play, and
Ooh.
Javier Morales and El Burrito had just brought us up from a 1-0 deficit to be leading 2-1.
Yeah,
And
I
we're in
remember
like
that
the
against
80
that
something
Panamanian
minute.
or something team.
Yeah. That was the
Oh
last
my
time I
god.
remember Rio Tinto feeling that way.
It was that Javi Mo had the inside the 18 free kick. Remember that?
Yes, and then Burrito had his goal
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They came on late.
Yep, yeah, because it should have been a team we put away, but
Yep.
yeah.
And they were both on the bench and they all came in. Yeah. No, I remember that.
Mm.
We don't get these very often. I thought we had one late last year at some point. I don't know exactly, but once in a while we get these. I'm just jealous I wasn't there. It was still fun.
I'll keep
I
posted.
thought, that the team did well. I thought our wings did well. I cannot believe Sam Johnson didn't start again. I thought I liked what I saw when he came on. Um, Everything seemed fine. There was no big problem to have had for us to have with anyone. I thought Justin Glad could have done better on the goal, sure, but that would make him world class,
Right.
right? If he does better on that goal. And then we won through a couple of pieces of absolute and absolutely individual brilliance, and that's okay. 3 wins in a row,
Right.
9 points against quality teams. I'm just loving it. You know what's the worst part? I did some. I went through my calendar today, so as you
Uh-huh.
know, I'm on the road quite a bit. So I'm
Yep.
I'm actually missing the next 2 games, right?
Oh.
Because I'm back in the old continent, the old country.
Mm.
You know what's the next time I catch a game at home?
What?
Mid-July.
Ooh, dang, dude. That's a hard way to live. I
Oh
mean, I'm missing the next few games, but they're away. So,
yeah, the next 3 hour away.
mhm.
I think July 14th or something is the next home game I catch.
Hey,
Because the
we
next
can't
two,
we can't all be there for all of them.
No, but it's just. I mean, we do have a lot to finish the season.
Yep.
So I'm looking real hard right now. We gotta do at least one, possibly two away games this year because I gotta catch up, man. I gotta get caught up, bro. This is the
Right.
most home games I will have missed in years, which is gonna be three up to potentially four
Right.
by the time the season is over.
Right.
So that's no way to live.
No, no,
Screw
get your
that.
priorities straight, son. Get your
That's
priorities
right.
straight. All
All
right.
right, my
Well,
friend.
let's
I think we're starting to run up in there. What else we talking about? We're good or what?
yeah, I think let's we're north of the 20-minute mark. Let's leave it at that. Moment of individual brilliance saves RSL all 3 points. We're obviously still very raw from it. And we'll get the good folks on Tuesday.
Oh, we're gonna do a proper one on Tuesday, man. This
Yeah.
that's not a 90 minute.
Oh, 2 hours. I'm reading some of the Atlanta Plastic Fan
Oh my
comments,
God!
and
All
they're
right, so
they're saying, no,
I
no,
was pretty
nope,
busy.
we're done. We're
Yeah,
wrapping it up.
yeah, damn it. Okay, I was
All
pretty
right.
busy with them on the Twitter machine. All right,
We'll
wrap
we'll
it
we'll
up.
save it for
Hang
Tuesday.
up on these
RSL
fine
Nation
folks. Close them out.
closed out. Love it. 3 points. First win against Atlanta. And be on the lookout for Tuesday's episode. Good night.